we are thrilled to welcome on with a brand new laptop, Aditi Kinkhabwala. And we can hear her, we can see her. There's no glitches. This
Allegedly.
is a tremendous day in the UCSS world. Aditi, how you doing today?
Yeah.
I sort of feel like we're setting the standard a little high right here.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you to CBS for the brand new MacBook Pro. It appears to like connecting to the internet a little bit better than the old one did.
Hey, Aditi, I need to mess up my computer and ask Techno for one now.
Yeah.
Does
Techno do that? Should I have been asking Steve Becker for a computer?
Right.
Would that have been better?
Yeah.
G's going to throw his against the wall.
Wait, I want to go back. Can we go back for a second, Jason, when you were talking about who the best talkers are?
Yeah.
Don't you feel, because I was talking to two Broncos yesterday. One was Alex Singleton. One was Marvin Mims Jr. They were both great talkers, but one was far more helpful to me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just the coach speak. Like, it was actually offering some insight.
Yep.
And it was showing me enough trust that I'm not going to burn him.
Right.
But at least I understand things better. So when you're talking about best talkers, isn't that what really matters?
There's definitely levels to this.
Yeah.
There's talkers who are just entertaining, and there's talkers who actually give you helpful knowledge information.
Right.
Which were you? Were you?
I was actually one of those guys that I would give you a little nugget, but I wouldn't expose everything.
Okay.
Like I say, like
That's good. Nobody
Because
exposes
that's smart.
Yeah, I would say like, you know, if it was like say Coach Meyer went in there and just ripped everybody, I would say we had a really good, you know, it was a meeting we had after the game, and it was not pleasant. It was, let's just say that.
Yeah.
It was some choice words being used. That's what
I mean, but like Batonio's a good talker, but he doesn't give you much, right?
No, he's not gonna.
He's not gonna spill anything.
No, they're all good. Like, there's some really good talkers that don't reveal the war chest on the record.
But I would say, Jason, I think so much of this, like, it doesn't only have to be what's on the record. Like, I think a great talker is someone who'll give you a nugget that gives you background or sort of informs how you should view something. And whether you ever share that nugget with anybody else or not, at least that person is helping you see the full picture.
For sure.
And I think Joel is...
I'm just trying not to get anybody in trouble. But you're 100% right. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're just going to keep pressing until it hurts.
Now, Aditi, I got this.
All right, next topic. Sorry, guys.
This actually is a question. This is very interesting. If you had to interview one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, gosh. I don't like questions like this. I mean, I'll say my grandfather.
There you go.
Oh, that's pretty
The most unconditional, I'll say this, the most unconditional love that I've ever experienced in my entire life was from my grandfather, who was an absolutely exacting human being. My father wouldn't be who he is if it weren't for my grandfather. But my family used to joke that if I robbed a bank, my grandfather would say, "Oh, well, you look at my Aditi, look at how well she robbed that bank." And now I would love to just talk to him about, I don't know, that emotion, that feeling, and it's not an interview, but I'd like to tell him how important it was that he had that faith and belief in me.
Yeah.
If your daughter robbed the bank, you wouldn't credit her for it if she did a good job?
I'm not a grandparent. I mean, come on now. My daughter, it's funny. I will tell you though, Bull, that the preschool just sent home, like, when you discipline your child at home, what is the most effective means of discipline? And I mean, I hate to say this, bite my tongue as I say it, knock on wood as I say it, but like, I don't really have to discipline her. I mean, she's a really good kid.
Yeah.
It's sort of like if she does something that I don't like, I say, Kaya, you need to clean up your mess. And that's it.
Yeah.
She cleans up her mess. Like, there's not her brother now. That's a whole other story. But anyway.
I got that same issue. Aditi, let's talk some Browns. You know, obviously, what do you think the biggest story into this game is? Is it the left tackle situation or is it Deshaun Watson's performance?
I think, you know, it's funny. I feel more strongly about Deshaun Watson's performance being kind of the barometer, the question. I don't know why. Maybe it's blind of me to have this faith that Jack Conklin will be fine out there at left tackle. But I think, you know, you haven't seen the whole line together. You haven't seen the entire offense together. You haven't seen anybody really rep under anything that even resembles a live rush. I think by the time we get to the kickoff, it'll be exactly 300 days since Deshaun Watson has faced a live rush. And I know that in the preseason, he tried to minimize that with me. And he's like, oh, I played football my whole life. It's not that big of a deal. But I don't know. I mean, even Joe Thomas would tell me that in year 10, it doesn't feel real until you get that first hit. And I don't know. The attention, the eyeballs, the frenetic energy inside that stadium, the excitement, and the fact that all these pieces are coming together on a live field for the first time. I think that I have bigger concerns. Not concerns, that might not be the best word, but bigger questions, or feel like there's a bigger spotlight on how Deshaun manages the whole entire operation.
When you say that, Aditi, it makes me think that, when I go and looking at this game, I feel like this is a defensive-minded game. Like, it's like if the Browns want to win this game, it's kind of hard for me to think that all those pieces coming together for the first time is going to lead to, 35 points in the opening day. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. Do you think that it's going to have to be one of those defensive, games that the Browns pitched last year at home and kind of, set the tone to say we're a great team at home again defensively?
I think that that's what they have to want to do. I think that has to sort of be a piece of the identity. And you're going to see that. I mean, you see that with the Browns and with the Steelers. And not that this Browns offense can't and shouldn't and won't be a lights out offense as you move forward. And you know that they're certainly saying all the right things about how excited they are with this augmented passing game and with the choice routes and the addition of a guy like Jerry Jeudy and finally figuring out how to play Elijah Moore. All of that, it sounds great, but I think early we always see the defense kind of ahead of the offense. It's the defense that certainly helps set the tone in that building. Of course, I'm sure some of you saw Jim Schwartz nearly take my head off in the third preseason game when I asked about building on last year, and he said he hasn't seen his whole defense together, so who knows how they're going to play. That was one of those great moments, and I bet we're going to have a lot more of those this year now that we have to interview coaches on camera every game. But yeah. You'll have to dial that one back, YouTube it or something. Jim Schwartz was not happy with me when I asked about his defense building off of last year.
What do you mean you're going to have to you interview coaches on camera? What do you mean?
There are new broadcast rules. Now the NFL, as you're certainly used to seeing in the primetime games, Sunday Night Football or the A Crew for CBS, they'll do an on-camera interview with the head coach.
Right.
Well, now the NFL has put out new rules where each team has to provide either a head coach or one of their cameras on camera during the game.
Oh, okay.
So now, heading into halftime, instead of like a nice little chat with my notebook as we run to the locker room,
Gotcha.
I have to stop Mike McDonald, who is thinking about his very first halftime ever and whatever has happened in the first two quarters and needing to use all of those minutes that he has to make whatever adjustments he needs to make and address. Instead, he now gets to stop and talk to me for two questions on camera.
And they're going to be crabby about it, and you guys will all get the brunt of it, which sucks. Yeah.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
A lot.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but I guess this might. But do you think that is because I forget now who the sideline announcer was who said that she just made it up when she didn't get to talk to him? Remember that?
Carissa Thompson said
Yes.
that. Yeah.
So is this the NFL's counter to that, or do you think it's
No,
unrelated?
I don't think so at all because
Okay.
There was such a vehemence in response to that. I think this is more about the NFL attempting to show how much access you get as a viewer to bring the fans a little bit closer. But, like he said, if someone's not in a good mood or if somebody is rushed, we're the ones on the other end of that.
Yeah.
So,
How do you
of course,
decide-
you'd never be able to resist this smile, right?
That's right. That's right. How do you decide which of the two coaches?
It might have made, Bill Belichick last year at one point told me that I was asking the wrong question and it didn't make sense. And I think that would have been a fun moment for all of you to see on camera.
It should. Aditi, how do you decide which of the two coaches you talk to at halftime?
Well, the home team. So the way it works is the rules are you can do it at the end of the first quarter, end of the third quarter, or going in at half, coming out at half.
Yeah.
And the rules are that the home team gets to decide. So interesting for us, and I hope that I'm not doing anything awful here, but Denver would have preferred. I have Denver at Seattle. Denver would have preferred that Sean Payton talk to me going into half,
Right.
but Mike McDonald wanted to talk going into half. So Sean Payton will be on camera coming out of the half.
Gotcha. Okay.
Aditi, I'm gonna give you 5 scenarios. You got $100.
5.
Five scenarios. You got $100 to lay
You
a bet
stole
on.
my question because I know exactly
Yep.
where you're going with
we
this.
all did.
I don't.
bold-
I
we
think
did
the
bold
CBS
predictions.
gambling policy says I'm not allowed to bet. But okay.
You don't
Okay.
Yeah.
This is fake money. It's monopoly money.
Fake money, monopoly money. Got
Yeah.
it.
We have 5 bold predictions. Which one do you think will come true? Is more likely to
If
come
any.
true?
Well, okay,
Well,
sorry.
I mean, you
Guys,
know.
you got to pick one. You're right.
So
Okay.
it was Greg Newsome will lead the Browns in interceptions. Martin Emerson
Okay.
will go to his first Pro Bowl. Deshaun Watson wins Comeback Player of the Year. Alex Wright gets 11 sacks. Or Cedric Tillman is second on the team in receiving.
Martin Emerson will go to the Pro Bowl.
Thank you very much.
That is not a compliment.
that means it ain't
That means
bold
yours
enough.
was the least bold.
Sit your ass down, Jason.
Realistic.
Sit your ass down.
That is wrong. That is the least
It was the least bold of the prediction. The assignment was a bold
it's
prediction.
Wait.
No, you
If
did.
it's
You
not
did
the
right.
least bold,
You did
or
right.
is it most likely?
Was well,
It is
Tyvus
most
asked
likely.
me which is most likely.
On it. What's the most likely to happen? Like, what's
That's-
likely to happen, right? Is that what
Tyvus
I'm
asked
hearing?
it that way, but we were all asked to give a bold prediction. Which did you think was the boldest of the 5?
Well, it's got to be. She already answered the question. Asked and answered.
She said,
Move on.
She
This
said
is a
that one
different
was most
question.
likely to
What is,
happen.
so what is the least likely?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
I
saying?
guess, yeah.
Who's drunk? Which has no chance of happening? Who's rubbing cocaine on their gums right now?
Oh my gosh, are you allowed to say that? Or
Well,
Yeah.
Tyvus just did it on camera.
Well, he didn't actually do it. He pretended to do it.
Mikey, what are you getting me into?
Yeah, Mikey, what did you do to her?
Listen, Tyvus pulled a fast one on us today. None of us. Tyvus doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't do anything. But he's
None of
certainly
that.
seen it. Certainly seen it once or twice in his life.
Allegedly.
So it's funny that you're
Yeah,
saying
where
that
will you
because my
go?
crew. So my crew every Friday night is cigar night, and every Friday night after we do our big crew dinner, just analyst, play-by-play, producer, and myself go to a cigar bar. Not that I smoke the cigars, but I hang out and I keep everybody company. Apparently, in the state of Washington, you are not allowed to smoke at any place of employment or any public place.
It's a great rule.
Isn't that interesting? Well, but
love
I
it.
thought like other types of smoking things are legal. So where do they smoke?
Yeah, that's
Where
crazy.
do people smoke weed in Washington if you're not allowed to smoke anywhere?
I mean, because it is legal.
In private homes?
I don't know.
It is. I mean, I was just there a few weeks ago. There was
Yeah.
a lot of it on the street, I'll tell
Yeah.
you that.
Oh, yeah, there is. I was just there recently, too, and yes, it is going on a lot. But you didn't
You know,
answer
it's
the
like a
question,
contact
Aditi.
high.
You cannot avoid the question. Which is the boldest of the predictions?
Do you want to hear him
Okay,
again?
so again, it was Greg Newsome leading in picks, Deshaun Watson, comeback player of the year, Alex Wright, 11 sacks, and what was the fourth one?
Cedric Tillman second
Oh,
in
Cedric
receiving.
Tillman, number 2. Ooh. Okay, I really like Cedric Tillman. Like,
Let's
really,
go.
really,
Great
really
answer,
like him.
Aditi.
Again,
I don't know if that's...
it's the
least-
Well, I'm just
boldest
saying, I don't
prediction.
know if that's
She said that was
like-
the boldest.
Congratulations, Mike. No,
No,
she
that's
already
not
picked
what
mine.
I'm just
You're the runner-up. How's
No,
second
Mikey.
taste?
Thank you. I'm just thinking. So
She's thinking out
that
loud.
I feel is not as crazy out of the realm of possibility. Deshaun Watson is comeback player of the year, or Alex Wright 11 sacks. I mean, you think about how much attention Myles Garrett will eat up. Does that create huge opportunity? Are they running a lot of NASCAR? Are they running a lot of 4 ends up front? Are they doing that?
No,
Anybody who's been at practice?
Uh,
That one seems a little bit
yeah,
crazy.
but I don't think
And
practice
Greg
tells the story
Newsome?
anyway.
I think the boldest is going to have to be Alex Wright.
As usual, I make the boldest prediction.
As usual, you're going to be wrong.
Maybe so. If I'm wrong,
No,
I'm wrong.
but boldest again is the furthest, the one that's hardest to see, correct? Boldest means the one that's hardest to see.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
You got to be gutsy about these things. You can't take the easy way out.
You got that.
You also have to
There
be
you
somewhat
go.
realistic.
All right, Aditi, who's going to win this game? Who is going to win the Browns game this weekend? You can't predict your Broncos Seahawks game, so predict the Browns game.
Yeah, I like the Browns in this one. I do. I like the Browns in this one. What is everybody saying? Why is that
I don't
so hard
know.
to believe?
I don't know. Close game, blowout. What's going to happen?
Oh, now you're asking a lot of extra questions
I'm putting
here.
the pressure
It's not
on you
enough
right
that I
here.
tell you I think that the Browns win. I have to tell you how they win.
Yes. There's no easy way out here. There's no. Go ahead.
I don't think it's a squeaker. I mean, I don't think it's a romp, but I also don't think it's a last-second Dustin Hopkins field goal.
Browns solid win.
10+ game. 10+.
There you go. That'll be big.
Wait, I've got one for you guys.
Yeah.
How many, this dynamic kick return all weekend, do you think we see a return broken for a touchdown?
None.
No.
None.
Abolish the kickoff.
Zero.
One. They haters. They don't appreciate special teams.
Aditi,
One.
I've
Agreed.
said for a year, get rid of the kickoff, put the ball at the 30, and let's go.
You need to cut
Let's
that
go.
out.
I don't
Just
think half of them even
This
understand
is
that.
where a lot of guys make their careers.
Thank
This is the
you,
moment. I love
Aditi.
special
They can
teams.
make it on punt
Hey,
returns. They can make it on
come
punt
on.
returns.
Thank you.
Go away, Jason. Don't be
Who's
so
getting
yeah,
paid
like
because
Connie
of
said, don't be a
returns?
hater.
Nobody.
What?
You're right.
Devin Hester just went to the Hall of Fame. Josh
That was
Creed.
years ago.
What are you saying? You
Nobody
said
now-
that we would never
That's
know
what
them
they're trying to
if
bring
we
it
got rid
back.
of kickoffs.
Punts. Punt returns.
It's not
Yep.
the same.
Aditi,
You
thank
know
you.
what's funny? We have. Okay. Bye,
We're
guys.
going to argue about this. We'll
Have
talk to you
fun.
later.
See you next
See you
week.
later.
Thank you, Aditi.
See
The
you
new
later.
laptop worked tremendously,
It
so
did.
shout out to CBS.
Much improved.
Much improved.
Yeah.